Happy Thick Thursday.
Thick Thursday.
Yes. Welcome to the morning tea. We are so happy to be here. We are so close to the weekend, you guys. So close.
We're almost, Madison. We're like this close. You'll see how close that is. Now, I'm not touching yet, but I'm close.
I need it. I literally cannot wait. But at least we have some really good news this Thursday because Selena Gomez blessed us with the rare deluxe edition. I was just listening to Boyfriend right before we went live, and it is so freaking good. It did not disappoint.
I was not, listen, 3 songs, I feel like there's not much room for you to be messing up. And Selena gave us 3 quality songs. And I'm very pleased.
I'm just, again, throwing it out there. Her befriending Julia Michaels and working with Julia Michaels, one of the best music career decisions that she could have ever had because I think their sounds are so compatible.
I agree.
And Julia really knows how to kind of bring out the best in Selena Gomez when it comes to songwriting and putting, her truth out there. And I'm freaking obsessed. I'm obsessed.
I love the fact that the songs were honest. They were giving me honesty. And that's what I like.
Yes, absolutely, you guys. We're going to talk about all things Selena Gomez and also kind of the Beliebers' response to, of course, her releasing this song. They are now on Twitter, on social media, telling people to go stream Justin Bieber's version of Boyfriend. I'm rolling my eyes. I'm not here for it. They can never let Selena just have one little thing. We also are talking about Florence Pugh and Zach Braff. There's some drama there. Ariana Grande is in her corner. Do you know who she is?
No. Who's that? I know who Zach Braff is.
You'll recognize her face. Did you ever see Midsommar or Little Women?
Madison,
okay.
She's
like, Florence is like one of the up-and-coming people. You know Zach Braff, too. He's funny. He's a funny guy.
Zach Braff is from Scrubs.
Yes.
And Donald Faison is on Scrubs, and he's from Clueless. So you see how it is.
Yes, honestly, Scrubs, such a good throwback show, and it is on Hulu. I saw that the other day, by the way.
Really? I've never seen Scrubs before. Is it funny?
Oh my god, it's so funny. It's like a medical show that's not serious, finally, and actually has some good comedic relief.
Oh, okay. Then I could be into that. I try to stay away from the medical shows except for like a Grey's Anatomy because my boyfriend's a nurse. So like once he comes home from the medical, he don't want to hear no medical. And I feel that. So I'm like,
that's fine. That's fine. It's a little too close to home, and no one likes that all the time. Yeah, absolutely not. We're also talking about Ellen DeGeneres. She is receiving backlash for a joke she made recently on her show. We're also talking about Brody Jenner and Daisy Keach, the TikTok star. They're heating up. We're talking about Rebecca Black, Lady Gaga, Sean and Camila. Cardi B is having drama with Raw Ali on Twitter. We also are talking about Chloe and Tristan and Jordyn Woods because, yes, Jordyn Woods was the kangaroo, and her music career is not over, everybody. It's not over. She's got more plans.
I'm stuck on... We talking about Raw Ali and Cardi today?
Oh, we are. We are. Hang on. A little bit of a...
Bless this mess today, y'all. Definitely bless this mess today. I'm going to say that.
It's a Thick Thursday. Lots of random drama happening.
Emphasis on Raw Ali has made it to the docket. I am here. Not for it, but I am here. I'm more interested in Jordyn Woods' singing career than that. Now we need this. We need the EP.
Oh, the EP's coming as soon as quarantine's over. We'll get into it. She did an interview with People Magazine, talking all things Masked Singer, so don't worry. And I see you guys talking about Rebecca Black. You haven't heard of her in a minute. I know, but Rebecca Black is all grown up. She's been putting out new music, if you didn't know.
Y'all, it's time for me to have a YouTuber moment. Now, Miss R. Black is one of the shining stars of our community. Back when Friday the song came out, yes, we dragged her. Yes, we laughed at the commentary videos that came out. However, I've met her. She's a very mature young woman, and she really wants, in my opinion, I feel, to have like a very realistic music career where people are taking her seriously. And I think she did one of these reality shows like The Four or something like that, and she kind of had like a redemption moment.
Maybe. I don't know. She actually is talking about her sexuality today. She opened up about how she's labeling herself. And so that's what we're talking about. But I agree. I was even just like looking at interviews with her and pictures, and I was, getting things together for our video. And I was like, okay, you know what? She's come a long way since Friday. And you can't hate on her. She continued to
that young and getting that much hate. Like internet hate. She was like one of the, not the first, but like in my memory, like in terms of personalities online, she was like one of the first that were like getting harassed over that song. And I actually liked it. So I know.
I don't know why people hate on it, because I'm like, don't lie. You've definitely sang that pretty much almost every Friday that's happened in your life since it came out. At least once a month. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, it's Friday.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Hey, everybody's working on for the weekend. That's a hit. Let me call her.
Exactly. Thank you. Everyone gets so mad all the time, whatever. I see you guys already talking about Selena Gomez. I know it is a
we're gonna get into that.
Exciting day. All ones that I actually liked her song Friday, and people just are haters, period. Yes. And Mr. Makeshift said it's still a staple. Absolutely. Yes. We have Wendy saying, good morning, lovelies. Need the tea tribe this morning. This nurse is stressed AF.
I feel you, Wendy. I feel you.
We got you. We're here for you. This is your hour to decompress, not think of anything besides just celebrity mess.
Turn your brain off for just these 60 minutes. We got that.
But this also allows us to turn our brains off for 60 minutes and just sit back, relax, have a conversation with the tea tribe. We get to kind of just, at least I know for you and for me, we get to kind of block out all the additional stress.
I block it out, girl. Force field
around.
Block
it out, because we are in the morning tea. This is our sanctuary tea. No, I couldn't make it happen. I was trying.
Sanctuary tea. That is simply.
I was trying to do a tea pun like you and Wesley, but it didn't work.
Listen, you got close. You got the E sound in there. So that's what matters.
It was the effort. Know the effort was there for you guys. It was there. And we also have Mika saying, Maddison and Courtney, I miss you guys. Mika, we miss you. And we'll do a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Hello, Mika. Happy Thick Thursday, girl.
Yes, and also I just love in the chat how excited you guys get when Mika pops up. Like literally, as soon as Mika's name pops up, everyone's like, Mika, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mika song now, please.
I live for it. It's like a little parade for her. It's like the Mika parade.
I love it. A Mika parade every single day. We need the Miss Mika song. Honestly, without the Miss Mika song, we wouldn't have a theme song.
We would just have the violins at the beginning. Which
I do love.
The Miss Mika song prepares you for the mess.
True.
Like the title sets you up to think that it's going to be like a classy like moment, like a Diane Sawyer, and then like our two faces pop up and we're like, well, Chloe's 30th face. Like, so shout out to Mika for regulating this program.
Yes, shout out to Miss Mika. It's actually funny. My friends were texting me. One of my friends texted last night and was like, I'm catching up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Has Courtney always been this annoying? And I'm like, welcome to what I talk about every single day.
I'm glad someone else sees it, because sometimes people like try to make me feel like you're just picking on Courtney and you're bullying her. I'm like, no, I see what I see.
No, we're not alone. We're not alone. Know that. Know that we are not alone. We have Seriously Joking. Hey, T-Tribe, good morning. Good morning. And then Morgan said, it feels odd when the Mika song is not in the episode. LOL. We always try to get it done. Even if it's at the end, we will always make it happen. And then Arlene said, never classy in the world of celebs. And honestly, true.
Mika said, love the T-Tribe so much. You guys are my family. Oh, Mika, you're a part of our family. My mom knows the Mika song. Like she literally was like, I tuned into the tea. I heard about Miss Mika. And I'm like, it's always nice to meet her.
My favorite thing is too when you guys send us videos or pictures of your little ones, your little kids who like dance around to the Miss Mika song or are kind of bobbing their head or sing along with it. Like, I don't know what it is about seeing a little cutie sing the Miss Mika song, but it just gives me all the feels.
We're like part kids television show, part news gossip, part your BFFs. Like, we just give it to you all. It's a nice, well-balanced breakfast or nighttime snack.
Exactly. Okay, let's go ahead and pour up the tea so we can get into it.
Do that.
Pour it up. By the way, I love your shirt.
Thank you. It's a tie-dye Disney number for the time I almost went to Disney.
Okay, Courtney, my family and I were having this discussion real quick before we get into it. If you could have any food from Disney delivered to your house right now, what would it be?
It would be a jalapeno cheese pretzel from Animal Kingdom specifically.
Okay. I like it. I was having such a hard time. I was having to divvy up between DCA, California Adventure, Disneyland. I was really having to get my stuff together.
Or, Madison, now that I thought about it, either that or a Mongolian beef platter from Sunshine Seasons, where I used to work in the Land Pavilion in Epcot. Because that is just like...
Okay.
Imagine having a bad batch of Mongolian beef. They make it right there, girl. Yeah, it's really good.
That sounds delicious. There is, I think it's called like the Fortune Cookie Cafe or something in DCA, and they make the best spicy chicken bowls.
Really?
They're so good. Yes, it's an underrated thing. It's never busy. It's never busy because people are like, oh, I don't feel like Asian at Disney. And I'm like,
you're missing out.
You are missing out.
They make it fresh.
Exactly. It's so good. Let us know if you guys want any Disney food delivered, what it would be, because I'm just curious to know where you all are at. Mimi said Dole Whip all the way.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic choice. Whip. Fantastic choice. Okay, let's go ahead and kick it off talking about Florence Pugh and Zach Braff. Cheers! Oh my God, cheers! I didn't even cheers. So rude. I was talking about food and especially Disney food. You know, I get lost.
Me.
I could talk about that for an hour in and of itself. But you guys, Ariana Grande is actually supporting Florence Pugh because she took to Instagram to clap back at people who have been criticizing her relationship with Zach Braff. People are basically kind of trolling her over it because they have a large age difference. He's 45 and she's 24. She just recently confirmed their relationship on her Instagram. She posted for his birthday, and that's kind of when all of this hate started rolling in. So she posted a video and responded to haters. She pointed out that we're in the midst of a lot of people suffering and people chose to bully. And Ariana Grande was all for her video. She commented on it twice. First, she loved Florence's line that she used in the video and said, being hateful is not trendy. Ariana said she wants that tattooed on her chest. And then she followed that comment up saying, oh, I love and appreciate you so much.
What Wesley say? Florence Pugh is my queen. Whoever comes for her is my enemy. So, I mean, she's well liked. Why are they bothering this girl if she's minding her own business?
That's how I feel. I mean, yes, 24 and 45, that's a 21-year age difference, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
21.
think so, yeah.
Yeah,
24
okay.
and 45, yeah, that's one more year.
Wow,
come on, girl. Come on, brain. Mathematician. You better.
All right, math class. So imagine me trying to homeschool a child right now if I can't even figure out the age difference between 45 and 24. Anyway, 21-year difference, that is a lot. But I feel like in Hollywood we see a large age difference all the time that I guess to me, 24 and 45, I'm like, at least she's like well into her 20s. That's not that bad.
It's not like it's a 16-year-old and a 37-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's different. But I feel like once you're an adult, like a grown adult, it's like, well, do what you want. Right. And whoever is mad, well, that sounds like a personal issue. Exactly. I'm fine with it. I feel like as long as there's no type of weirdness, I guess, that the public can see, go for it.
No, I agree. I feel like it's only really, like, I only have not even a problem, but I'm only kind of like, ooh, if there's like teen. If teen is still in your age and you're dating someone who's well over, aka a Sophia Richie Scott Disick situation, she was 19 when that started, I was kind of like, ooh, girl. But 24, I feel like you're well over the age of drinking libations. You've lived, you've experienced things. And I feel like, too, kind of growing up in that industry, you're forced to mature rather quickly. And also, don't forget, girls mature faster than boys, 9 times out of 10. So I'm just saying, let the girl live. Let the girl live.
I like it.
Hello to the sweetheart host of this incredible show. Happy birthday to me. Sending love and happiness to everyone in the tea and their family. Oh my God, happy birthday, Bessie.
It's Bessie's birthday. You came our way. We love your face. Thanks for coming to this place. Happy birthday to Bessie. Ta-da.
That was so good. A songwriter and artist in the midst.
So, a song for you, not to be confused by the album Songs for You by Tinashe. Go and stream that.
Okay, let's move on, you guys, and talk about Ellen DeGeneres, because she is facing backlash, surprisingly, because, Ellen normally is pretty drama-free. But she resumed her talk show this week after pausing production, obviously, for everything that's going on. And she made a joke saying, quote, one thing I've learned from being in quarantine is that it's like being in jail. Mm-hmm. It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone in here is gay. Obviously, she's getting a lot of hate on Twitter because Ellen was quarantined in a mansion, and she also was not threatened in any way for how she identifies. So people were just like, not feeling that.
I want to say I want to ask the T Tribe, honestly, for sure, for real. Would y'all feel the same way if, and let me not use him as an example, if like someone like Kathy Griffin said that, or I'll even say like Kevin Hart, if those comedians would have said that, would there have been the same amount of backlash? Because Ellen is a comedian. I think sometimes people forget because she has the talk show that before the talk show even existed, Ellen was a rough and raw kind of girl. So I think our perception of Ellen is the reason why there's backlash. Because I feel like if it were a comedian that was a comedian every day of their lives and we knew them as a comedian, we would be like, oh, well, that's just comedy. But because it's Ellen, the daytime host, and she gives away, so much to everyone, it's like, well, how can someone that gives so many gifts away say something so tone deaf and insensitive? I feel like people have a right to be offended, but I feel like it's also our job to remember what her job is. One of her many jobs are. Right.
No, I agree. And I think people are having a hard time separating. Even me, I read that and I was like, oh my God, you said that on your show? Like, that's Netflix comedy special appropriate. I agree. Not, I feel like, talk show appropriate, but it's not my talk show, so I guess it doesn't matter. I just feel like there's a time and place for those jokes, and I don't know if on her show was the time and place.
Yeah.
Especially when people are looking, to people like Ellen, the same way they look to people like us of like, I want to forget about everything. I want to be entertained. I want to laugh. I want to relax my brain. And I think we're all very hypersensitive right now because we all are kind of being tested mentally, physically, and emotionally. And everyone was just kind of like, didn't love that.
I want to read something. This is a comment that I think is interesting from Veronica. Veronica says, I feel like Ellen has no real empathy or lost that as she got rich, but comedies do tend to do the same lack of compassion, humor, and are overly sensitive. Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson. People do say that about Pete Davidson and Kevin Hart, but it's different, I guess, because they are comedians. People feel like they're insensitive, but I feel like comedy, depending on the situation, doesn't really have a lot of boundaries, because if that were the case, Eddie Murphy would be canceled, right?
Right.
Kevin Hart would have stayed canceled, right? Cat Williams wouldn't even be able to go up in someone's radio station and drag someone to the point that someone's husband pulls a gun out on him. Like, these are the facts. So, I mean, it sucks, but I still like Ellen. Gotta be honest.
Okay, I want to shout out Bessie because she said, thanks, Courtney, for my beautiful birthday gift.
You're welcome, Bessie.
Yes, Bessie is always here whenever she can be, and we absolutely stan Bessie, absolutely stan her. But let's move on and talk about Brody Jenner and Daisy Keech, this TikTok star. Remember we talked about her? She left Hype House and is starting her own clubhouse. Well, they are linked, and we have a new report that Brody has totally fallen for Daisy. The story said, quote, he might be more serious about it than she is right now, but they do make a great couple, even though he's almost twice her age. So here we go. We got another large age difference. And the source made it sound like Daisy was the one hesitant to commit, saying, quote, we'll see if he can hang on to this one.
It's definitely, I'm glad that it was written like that he can hang on to her, because she has a lot to offer him, and it's not the other way around. So he better keep it cute. I feel like Brody won't keep getting more of these chances with women. Right. Women that are valuable as this young lady, Daisy. I feel like because he still has like this playboy mentality, or so it seems, he will keep losing women until he realizes like, oh, expletive, I'm like 45 or however old I will be when I realize, and I've played these games and now I'm the only one. No player two. So now I hope they stay together, I guess. But I mean, I'm rooting for her to do her own thing. Those TikTokers are about to be the next wave.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I almost feel like if anything, he kind of needs her for clout at this point, for the younger people to know, than the other way around. And I guess my other thing, too, is we've talked about this before. The George Clooney shtick doesn't work for everybody, okay? And I think Brody can only use the, oh my God, the guy from the hills, the hot guy from the hills, so long before we're kind of like, ooh, not cute to be
or Madison, before your dating pool becomes so small, because let's remember that Brody likes younger women. So like he'll realize that, oop, my game is up. That when he goes, I'm Brody from the hills, and that woman or young lady says, what's that? You know what I mean? So like that's when it will stop. Maybe is when he's like, yeah, I do this show called, maybe you've heard of it, The Hills, LC, and they're like, never heard of it. Anyway, can you renegade? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? That's what's gonna happen.
I'm just picturing that happening, and already it's giving me a lot of joy. So I can't wait for it to actually happen. And I see someone said that Brody is getting older, and then Jakara said, why do older people go for younger people to be in a relationship with? I don't think that's everyone, but I think for a lot of these celebrity guys who are playboys, it's easier for them, and this sounds totally messed up, but I think it's easier for them to have the upper hand when they are in a relationship with somebody younger, because a lot of times it might be their first serious relationship, or they're kind of new to this whole entertainment industry. They're, maybe sometimes even new to Los Angeles, new to wherever. So I think that it's easier for older guys like Brody to find, and I think Daisy, he's barking up the wrong tree. I don't think that this would work in this situation, but to find someone who's younger and kind of new to the scene, to be like, here, like, let's go do this. Like, see what happens when you get linked to Brody Jenner. Your name goes in the press, and everyone cares about you and whatever.
Well, what they don't realize, meaning the younger people in these situations, that they're the ones with the upper hand, right? Because they're the fresh face. They're someone that's new. They're actually going to be the person that people are going to seek out and chase. But when you're young, you might not see and realize that. But that's what we're here for, to let y'all know. Don't get played by nobody older, because you're the one with the upper hand.
Exactly.
Not the lower hand, but the upper hand.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about Rebecca Black. So she recently sat down with the Dating Straight podcast and opened up about dating and identifying her sexuality. She said that she recently got out of a relationship with a woman, and that she has made a conscious decision not to come out because she's still in the process. She said, quote, every day is different. It's something that over the past few years, I've obviously been having a lot of conversations with myself about, and with you guys, my friends and family. And then she did go on to say that she feels the best label, if she had to pick one for herself, is queer. That's how she wants to label herself. So I just love that she kind of has had this evolution of what you were talking about a little earlier, about, the YouTuber who everyone trolled and dragged, and everyone was like, oh, she's not going to do anything. And yet here she is, a grown-ass woman, owning who she is, educating people about herself and about sexuality and about labels. And I don't know, I really like the evolution that she's gone through.
I enjoy the fact that Rebecca Black gets to be like one of the beacons of hope, for the young queer kids out there. I think it's important to note that everyone's coming out process is different. You come out in your own time. If you decide you don't want to put a label on it until you figure yourself out, that's more than fine. Take all of the time that you need. You wait until you're 100% comfortable and safe, Madison. Very, 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 very important to note. Safety is very important. I can't wait to see if or what Rebecca Black does potentially for Pride Month, because that's in June, and it would be cool if perhaps, if she wanted to, she could put out like a little Pride song if she wanted to.
I agree. But I agree. I think it would be really Madison. Fun, and honestly, I feel like it could kind of be almost an anthem. Like, she's good at making power songs that are catchy, that everyone can sing along to. So I don't think you're off on that. I think that would be actually a really good idea.
I like Rebecca Black. I'm glad that like this story came out and that she's just being like, listen, I don't really like to label myself. I'm trying to figure myself out. But if I had to, here it is. That's palatable for you guys.
Exactly. I also think it's just interesting too that people are so, I don't know, they crave an actual label. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, you're still figuring it out. But if you had to pick a label today, what
you want to know why that is, Madison?
Why?
It's because when people don't understand something, they seek something to compare it to. So if you put a label on yourself, you can go, okay, well, Rebecca Black, she's queer. That's the same as Rowan or whatever her name was that did Girl Meets World. She identifies as queer. So it's like, if she has no label, it's like, well, what is she? When you're having a conversation with your friend, you're like, well, Rebecca Black, she likes girls, but I don't really know like what her deal is. But when she says, here's the label, you can say to your friend, well, Rebecca Black identifies as queer. I know this young lady, this actress also identifies as queer. This is what it means.
No,
really not so much for us. It's really so much for people that seek those labels so that they can get themselves together.
Actually, I do want to shout out our good friend Tiana. You know, we love Tiana.
Oh, yes.
She has a podcast, and she actually did a whole episode about labels that was really interesting, that kind of hits on what you're saying. And they're talking about, you know, why they're unnecessary and why as a society we feel we need these. And you bringing that up just made me think about that. I was
she has the link on her Instagram?
It's called She. If you guys look it up, it's called She.
Can we get her Instagram in here? Is it Tiana DiNicola?
Yes, it is. It's really, really interesting. And if you guys are more interested about this conversation, because Courtney and I have to move on, but it is interesting.
Move on, Madison. I just want to make sure that I put her IG in there so that those that want to read do.
Yes. Also, I want to shout out Autumn, our good sis Autumn. Good morning, Maddison and Courtney. I hope you guys are staying safe during this crazy time. The governor just canceled school for the rest of the school year in Pennsylvania.
Good.
Just craziness.
Good.
Your home state is doing what they need to do.
My brother is doing my brother has probably turned into a rocket. He's probably high kicking all over his bedroom. I promise you that. It's just like
Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm telling you, I called my mom and I said, hello, Mother Revolution? Yeah, brother, saying he going back on what day? Okay, you're going to keep him home. Make sure you email his teacher and say, send that work home. I'm not even kidding. That's what I called him to my mom. He is not to go back to school. So he wasn't going back anyway, Madison.
Exactly. So, and then I have to. Yay. Okay, you guys, let's talk about Lady Gaga. I'm also dying. We are now forever calling your mom Mama Revolution. Forever.
Just what?
Ever and ever. Lady Gaga, you guys, recently opened up about how she wants to have kids. She sat down with InStyle and said that she is looking forward to being a mom. She said, quote, I look forward to being a mom. Isn't it incredible what we can do? We can hold a human inside and grow it. Then it comes out, and it's our job to keep it alive. She said that everyone on her team works out of her house, and when they come in every day, she says, welcome to the womb. So she is ready that whenever it is her time, she's ready to be a mama.
That will be an event. Mm-hmm. Lady Gaga's baby, Nicki's baby, they're like Ariana's baby one day. I just feel like those will be like milestones in pop culture. Lady Gaga having a baby from breast to infant, I need it. I'm ready.
Veronica said she would be a tremendous mom. Tiny Media said, okay, Gaga, I like it. Jakara said Lady Gaga would be the best mom when she does have kids. That will be amazing. And then people are saying when Selena Gomez has a baby, that will be another moment.
Woo!
I don't know. I think it warms my heart when I hear Lady Gaga talk about wanting to be a mom and kind of progress into that next chapter of her life, because I feel like, you know, she has been through the ringer a little bit when it comes to relationships. And it's same with Nicki. You know, Nicki's been through it too, and now she finally has found her happily ever after. And I think Rihanna is very, you know, powerful in saying, like, I'm going to have kids regardless of if I'm with someone or not. Like, I don't know. I'm just excited for all these powerhouse women to kind of change people's perception and idea of motherhood. Does that make sense?
I'm just over here thinking, Madison, you think Gaga will give us Chromatica, the tour, and then have baby?
Courtney's like, I love your comments on motherhood, but
she gonna give us the music and then have this baby? Is that why this is out? Girl, you playing or what?
I think it will be a while. I think it'll still be a little bit.
I'm just trying to make sure that if this is the tour, like, I don't want to miss the last tour.
Yeah.
So stupid. But I don't want to miss the last one, like the Cher farewell Lady Gaga tour. Like, I need to be at that one.
Right.
So if, like, this is like, we're still going to have concerts, then maybe I could miss.
I think you're still going to have concerts. I think you're still going to have concerts. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be fine. But I don't want to tell you that for sure, but I think it will be okay. But let's move on to talk about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. So Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, you guys, social distance and still made kids at a children's hospital day. Shawn and Camila FaceTimed patients. They did TikTok dances. They sang along. Camila told Ryan Seacrest that it was just a really great experience being able to do this. And then he also asked her about what it's like being quarantined with Shawn. And of course, she said it's, quote, the most fun. She also talked about how he's been making her broccoli and eggs, and she knows it sounds disgusting, but it's actually really good.
That's beautiful that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. That's fantastic. I'm glad that Camila found the rhythm to do TikTok dances. And
I wouldn't necessarily say the rhythm to do TikTok dances, but she did do the TikTok dances.
Trying to give her something, Madison.
I know, sorry.
And
I don't
shout
know
out to the protein from the eggs. Because,
Mm-hmm.
you got to keep your protein up when you're indoors. So, were they green? Were they ham? Was there ham involved? Green eggs and ham? I want to know.
But at least we will shout them out just like we did with Miley and Cody Simpson. They're doing a good deed amidst this pandemic. So shout out to Sean and Camila. I would much rather have a story like this than them being trolled for walking like snails on the sidewalk.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Right? Common ground, everybody. Compromise. Compromise. Okay, let's move on and talk about Cardi B.
Okay.
Miss Cardi and this Twitter fight she got in with Ra Ali. So they got into this fight over their husbands on social media. It all started when Cardi allegedly got mad about a fake tweet and claimed it traced back to Ra Ali. Mm-hmm. So all these tweets have been deleted, okay? But the tweet that Cardi kind of started this whole situation off with was, I understand expletives don't like me, but to put a whole fake tweet out about me trying to start expletive. So then Ra Ali saw that and responded saying, get off Twitter sneak dissing, your husband in the other room on that video game texting hoes again. Remember that video of Offset live streaming where he hit his phone? Cardi clapped back. Again, these tweets are deleted. We still got some receipts for you guys saying, nobody is sneak dissing. I'm talking about you. Let's not talk about husbands because I will put your whole situation on blast. I DM you if you want to deal expletive like women. Don't care what you post about me. Don't post lies. That's not how you brand. Ra Ali fired back, accusing Cardi of, just all of these things, essentially was saying that her union is solid. Cardi's friend, it sounds like, tried to mess with Ra Ali's marriage. That's what she's alluding to. And Cardi responded, claiming to have receipts to back up what she's saying. And once again, she told Ra Ali to not post lies. That's where we're at today.
That was silence. Okay. So Ra Ali has a radio show, I believe, and Cardi allegedly, speculation not confirmation, has music on the way. So, it's beneficial for both ladies. People, I'm sure, are Googling who Ra Ali was, and then they see that Ra Ali was there at Harper's Bazaar, and now they realize what's going on here. And even though Cardi is upset, it's more eyes on her for whenever she drops music.
Do you think she's going to drop soon, though? Because I feel like she's been doing a lot of social media tactics. Like, we've had all of the Tiger King stuff, which was more lighthearted, but it's still attention and it's still, her name in the press. Then we have this. Is new music actually coming, or what? I'm confused.
The reason why I keep saying that is because we did see, and I want to say and be honest, not too long after Yikes by Nicki Minaj was released, Cardi was in a car playing some new music. So it leads me to believe that she would be dropping soon, right? Even if it's a buzz single, I would imagine she would be dropping soon. I think fighting over husbands and men over social media is kind of tired, to be honest. And I feel like taking my professional hat off, fight then.
Right.
And leave it. Because the fans, we don't care. We care about Nicki. Or if you're a Barty gang, we care about like Cardi. Like, we don't care about like this, like back and forth. Like, shout out to Ra Ali because she is doing her thing. Like, radio show girl, that's excellent. Shout out to Cardi, she's rich.
She was on Love and Hip Hop too.
Yes, she was. Fantastic. Like, girl, we are in the basement today. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Honestly, Madison, shout out to both women that have businesses, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I agree though that they should not be fighting on social media. We have Dua saying, talk it out like women, LOL. Yeah, and then some of you are like, Ra Ali, what the heck? And then people were saying, take it off, take your professional hat off. Everyone was all in that. And then Karen said both in the wrong.
Yeah, I feel like if you are gonna subtweet somebody, I feel like if Cardi was subtweeting about Raw Ali, that first initial tweet could have been a DM, right? If y'all are talking it out like women, right? So I mean, it appears as though from our point of view that she started it. Right. You get what I'm saying? She could have DM'd her and went completely off. We would have seen screenshots, I'm sure. But that's what she could have done. But instead, they brought it to the front stage, which leads me to believe that they are both potentially trying to get eyes on both of their endeavors. Which, I mean, that's the name of the game, right?
Do what you got to do in tough times, I guess. We're going to move on and talk about Khloe and Tristan and Jordyn Woods. So go ahead and turn your volumes down for
Call Jenner T-Time! Hello to everyone in my living room, which is no one.
Hello to Courtney's empty living room. Okay, you guys, the first thing we're talking about, Khloe and Tristan. Prepare yourselves now, because they will be celebrating True's birthday and Easter together on Sunday. This is a new report from People magazine, and the source confirmed that they will be spending these very special milestone events together. But you know, True won't be spending her birthday with her cousins. Everyone is going to call in to celebrate over the weekend. And Khloe is reportedly going to go big with decorations to still make this day special. Now, the thing I want to point out in this report that I found very interesting, you guys know that in pretty much every report we've recently had about Khloe and Tristan, okay, what does it always say at the end of like, she's not sure if the romantic feelings are there, they're getting along, they're co-parenting. It always explicitly says they are not back together, they are co-parenting in some way, shape, or form. You know that every source always ends their information like that.
Yes, ma'am.
This report did not have that line.
I can't believe that. It's already, because I can remember us sitting at the table being like, Tristan shows up at Khloe's birthday party. Khloe was terrified of Tristan touching the baby. Like, remember that? Oh, perfect. What Wesley say? Wesley says he is disgusted. And honestly, Wesley, same. Of course, they're together on True's birthday. Will he be with Jordan Craig on the son's birthday?
Good question.
That's what I care about, because we were hearing Tristan doesn't see both of his kids, and then now it appears to only be focused on True.
Right.
It's not fair.
Definitely not fair.
I understand it's her birthday, but all of these reports, we never see him with the son. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Right. No, I completely agree with you. I also am just like, this again for me reaffirms that our theory is correct, that they already are back together. We know that they've been quarantining together. Khloe let that slip. But the fact that in this report there was no explicit information about them not being back together, they're just co-parenting, I'm like, see, this is slowly laying the groundwork. So I don't know. Do you think that maybe this weekend on True's birthday we're going to get some sort of social media post?
More than likely.
Okay.
I'm sure. I would not be surprised at all whatsoever. We already know that they're back together. For whatever reason, I guess now they're trying to let it be vague a little bit, maybe. Because it's all about trying to lead the public where you want them to go. They didn't want us on this scent, even though we've been airing it out every day.
Right.
But now it appears as though they're like, all right, this way for the treats. Like, you know what? Right? It very much feels that way.
It absolutely hates it, or feels that way. Sorry, I was reading Jessica's comment. She said, I just hate the double standard he has for his children. He chooses one over the other, and that's just plain wrong, sad, and messy. Absolutely. You guys are not for this situation at all when it comes to Tristan. And also, Patricia brought up a good point. She said, question, will True and Prince get to know each other? They are related. Thoughts?
I hope so, because if they don't, that's another show that Chris gonna make in the future.
I hope so too. What's interesting is we have not heard anything about them ever spending time together. Like even King and Dream, we see a lot of things on social media from Black China about them being brother and sister and them being together at her house. We literally never see anything about True and Prince. And it is sad. It is
sad,
really,
Madison.
really
They
sad.
shouldn't be kept from each other if they are. It's unfortunate if they do get to see each other and we just don't get to see it.
Right.
And if that's the case, is it a nanny thing? Is it nannies take one child to another nanny and they play together, and that's why there's no like pictures, right? Because I'm sure people would wonder, well, why can't we see Chloe, Tristan, and Jordan Craig, I guess, all together? Something in the buttermilk isn't clean, or else we would have that evidence or those receipts anyway.
Well, and don't forget, there was alleged crossover between the relationships. Chloe adamantly denies it. Jordan does not deny it. Remember those court documents?
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
forget the court documents when it came to getting her payment. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. What payment am I thinking
Child support?
of? Child support. Yes, thank you. I was like, the payment. What is the payment she gets? Don't forget, whenever she was going back to court with Tristan to fight for more child support, there was all of these claims from Jordan Craig that he did cheat on her with Chloe, that put her under a lot of stress during her pregnancy. Chloe denies it. She says, that he was single. We have always said the truth is somewhere in the middle, but I'm just saying there might be a reason why those kids sadly probably won't be together until they're old enough to make that decision and come together themselves.
I'm sure that family is working on a book of answers for all of these kids when they grow up. Chris probably working on it right now as we speak over a cup of coffee, Madison. I'm sure of it. Because there has to be so many questions that all of these kids will grow up with. You know what I mean? Does the family tell them the truth, or do they have these perfectly crafted, like, are they let in on all the secrets, or like what?
Right. No, exactly. I want to shout out Yami Lex, Selena boyfriend video out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yes, it does not surprise me. Selena always loves to release her music videos right in the middle of the morning tea. And you guys, we're actually going to get into the Selena Gomez news. We got to talk about Jordyn Woods real quick first, and then Selena is coming up. So if you've been waiting for Selena, she's coming. We just got to talk about Jordyn Woods.
If you're waiting for Selena, like this video right now. That's Selena Gomez, activate action. You got to press that thumbs up.
We also have Ermina. Hey, it's been a minute off work because I had to be a girl. Yes, Ermina, we're so happy you're here. We're happy you're back. Ermina. Yes. Okay. Jordyn Woods, you guys. Congratulations to everyone who has been thinking that she was the kangaroo on The Masked Singer. You were right. Feel vindicated. Celebrate it. Live in the moment. Yes. So excited for everyone. They kind of have been thinking that she is the kangaroo on The Masked Singer because she talked about, being in the spotlight for something that wasn't great, going through a public scandal. So people were thinking that she was the kangaroo, and you guys were right. Obviously, people were shocked over how good of a singer she actually was. You can tell by the audience reaction in that video. And she told People magazine, now that the world knows she can sing, she's ready to pursue it. She said, quote, "There will be an album. Stay tuned for when this is over and I can actually get to the studio to record the music I've made."
We need the bonus track, Jordyn Woods, Jam, Woods remix, they playing my jam. Hey, they playing my jam. Hey, and it need to be a diss track to the family. Don't worry, girl, I'm going to write it up for you, and we're going to get in the booth. Wow. All jokes aside, though, I'm ready to support it. This is something that's not a Kardashian coin that I am completely ready. It's a music thing. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to be buying the album. Will there be a short theater tour? Courtney will be in the audience with my Woods foam finger up in the crowd. I'm ready. I'm 100. Club appearance, I'm there. Do I have to go all the way to Anaheim? I'm getting in the car. I am ready for Jordyn Woods to sing, because that's something the Kardashians cannot do. Right?
I'm for that. For that reason, exactly what you said. Album is one thing that they have not infiltrated. That's one part of the industry, one part of the marketplace, whatever you want to say, that they have not tried. Kim had her few singles.
They playing my jam.
Her one single.
That wasn't no Shake It Off, I'll tell you that.
No, and Kylie obviously definitely capitalized on her Rise and Shine. But as far as an entire album, Jordyn Woods would totally be doing this on her own, which I really do think is a great thing, a great opportunity. And during this interview, too, she said that she's actually always wanted to be a singer and a performer, but it was like a childhood dream, something she never really considered. We all have one of those, that it's like, oh, when I'm older, I want to do this. She never thought it would actually happen, but now that she's kind of been given the platform of The Masked Singer and she's seen that people do think she's good, why not lean into it?
I'm here for it. If you have enough money and you want to make a record, whether it's good or bad, I think it takes a lot of courage. Just like it takes a lot of courage to sit and press record on a camera or do YouTube just like we do. It takes a lot of courage. So if Jordyn is willing to put herself out there, the same way the Kardashians put themselves out there, releasing fragrances in the middle of a pandemic, I say go for it. I'm streaming it, Maddison.
What kind of sound do you picture Jordyn Woods' album having?
I want her to do R&B. R&B, and if she's not as strong of a singer to carry lyrically, she's another one that could be one of the Zed girls or like one of the Who's the DJ on that, and then Jordyn is just like singing. Mm-hmm. She sings like 3 lines, but those 3 lines, girl, when they come on, they be hitting. You know what I mean? Like the good house mixes, and you just have her coming. Oh, leaving the gates, like ooh, that would be good. Leaving the gates, leaving the gates. I'm ready.
I feel like there's actually something so amazing in people who realize that they're not that good of a singer, and that they're just kind of the ones who need to be those 3 lines and make it a hit. Like I feel like there's actually a lot of strength in that.
Mm-hmm. Like Commander by Kelly Rowland. I feel like Jordyn could do a song like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm for it. Anything that she does, I think will be great. I think it will be successful. And I think even if people don't like the song, they will stream it and listen to it solely to support Jordyn Woods.
I agree. I think Jordyn might be able to give us something that could be used on TikTok for the girls. That's what I think. I don't think it will be intentional, but I think that someone will just make up a dance on a I love this song, not even knowing it was Jordyn, and blow up.
Which I think will be even better, because then people will be like, this is Jordyn Woods, she can sing. And it's like, here's her whole album. Yes, she can.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
There it is.
Exactly. I want to shout out Angie. She said, kids won't know secrets now thanks to Messy Mason. Angie, maybe. Honestly, maybe. Mason might be kind of the gatekeeper once the kids get older, because he's been the oldest to experience a lot of this stuff. So I feel like Mason could really go either way. He could be like, let me tell you what Grandma Chris isn't telling you. Let me tell you what really happened. He could be that kid, or he could listen. But I think he's going to be the kid that's like, let me tell you what actually happened.
We need Mason to Skype on in. We need a third box right in between us. We're going to say, Mason, what's going on? How's Granny doing today? Which helicopter is she taking today? Any folders lately?
Is Eunice around? How's that happening? What's going on? Does Scott actually put you to bed every night, or is it your mom? Who is it? I have so many questions. So many questions for Mason Jessic. We also have Squeaky Clean. Thanks for the great content time after time, guys. Stay blessed. Yes, absolutely. I also am seeing you guys all for this Jordyn Woods album situation. Wesley said Jordyn should collab with Miss Taylor Swift. Absolutely. And then, I'm not saying your name right. Adanique said Chris missed out on that coin right there. I know she's pissed because Jordyn could have replaced Courtney with her music content for keeping up. Absolutely.
That's life of Kylie.
And then Kelsey said that's a good middle finger to the Kar Jenners.
You were right, Madison. That's like the one industry they ain't infiltrated yet. They got Travis and Kanye, and that's about it. And they're not Kar Jenners. They tried.
Right, yeah. I think even if they tried, people would not take it seriously.
Kylie had a shot, I think, but Rise and Shine happened. And we said, well, that was a cute fad.
You were all for Kylie just really rise and shine home.
I'm here for it, but I feel like Jordyn is a more realistic prospect.
I got to read Lean's comment, because you know we love Lean. Kris Jenner watching Jordyn Woods get eliminated and realizing that she needs to get a Kardashian Jenner on the next season of The Masked Singer.
You know what she'll do? They'll get like Food God or like someone like that on there.
Yeah, like a side character. We also have Christy. Christy has an amazing comment. Christy said Jordyn could collab with Megan Thee Stallion.
Period. Now, and have all sorts of beautiful chocolate women in the music video. Yes.
I am
coming up out the water.
As long as Megan high kicks in the video, I'm cool. I just need the high kicks. I need the high kicks in more areas than just Instagram. I weirdly love that video so much. I think it is just so funny. I think it just shows her personality perfectly. And I'm like, I'm sorry, how could anyone hate on Megan Thee Stallion after watching that?
My favorite thing about Megan Thee Stallion right now is that people were complaining that she was twerking too much, and now literally she could be laying on the couch and she's filming herself twerking, and I'm like, my energy. Y'all mad? I'm gonna do it some more.
Exactly. Stay mad. Stay mad is our new energy. Hashtag Stay Mad 2020. That's right along with Secure the Bag 2020. Right there.
Secure
okay,
the bag
guys, now we're getting into the Selena Gomez news. It is the time. It's here. Selena Gomez. Yes, is where you are. Pew, pew, pew. Someone I love. Okay, the Rare Deluxe Edition is here. It's so exciting. Features 3 new songs. We got Boyfriend, we got She, and we got Souvenir. We were not even... personally, for me, I was just expecting Boyfriend. I knew she announced that She and Souvenir were coming. But for me, I'm like... I was only really looking at 1, and yet I got 3 new beautiful additions.
Listen, had she added 2 more songs, that could have been an EP. I'm just saying, because I felt like those 3 songs were that good, Maddison. I was very, 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 very pleased and satisfied with the 3 songs. I felt like one of them could have been a flop, and all 3 were good.
No, absolutely. And I was going to say, just no shade to your EP comment. Selena Gomez released new music and could have... she's been doing a little mini EP, and it was all new. It was not reheated. It was not organized for more streams. It was all new music.
Madison said the library is open today. Librarian Hill is in the building. Red adjusted his rights, girl.
I'm just saying. People, the reason I have to bring this up is because you guys, Beliebers are all over social media being absurd and having people compare Justin's boyfriend to Selena Gomez's boyfriend, or are telling people, don't stream Selena Gomez's boyfriend, go stream Justin Bieber's boyfriend. So I'm like, if you're going to come...
Because it's that good and they scared?
Thank you. My thing is, though, if you're going to come for her, and you're going to come for her song, then let's take a step back and look at what your fave is doing. Because your fave is putting out EPs, if you will, with just songs off his latest album rearranged and that go together.
You see, this is what I mean, Madison, when I say the fans in general can get a little bit annoying. The reason why is because when I heard Boyfriend, I wasn't even thinking about just his boyfriend, but because the Beliebers keep bringing and inserting Justin into this conversation in this particular situation, y'all are getting y'all fave dragged because Changes wasn't that good, and it was so subpar that Justin had to basically create collections out of his album in order to create streams. Meanwhile, Selena just put this out and is donating some of the money to COVID causes. So, I mean, it's good. You can enjoy both, but don't say that one is better than the other when clearly that's not the case, because all you do is just get your fave dragged. And that's not fair. But we have a job to do. So Beliebers are doing that. Y'all got a lot of nerve, because Changes was about a strong 4.7 out of 10. So, I mean, these are the facts. Well, my facts.
No, I completely agree with you. I think that a lot of magic happened, and I know I kind of said this earlier, but a lot of magic happened when Selena Gomez teamed up with Julia Michaels. I think that, one, the fact they had a friendship before they worked together made the songwriting process so much more honest, so open. I mean, you guys remember, the song Boyfriend literally all came from one text that Selena sent Julia Michaels. Julia texted her and was like, hey, how are you feeling today? Before a studio session, and Selena responded back. She's like, hey, I'm doing okay, but there's just a part of me, I really want a boyfriend. And Julia Michaels was like, you know what? We're going to take that feeling. We're going to talk it out. Because remember, they bonded over going through a breakup at the same time, having bad ex-boyfriends, and was like, let's take this feeling and put it on the paper. And I think it is such a relatable song as well of, yes, wanting someone and wanting a partner, but also acknowledging that it's like, it's okay to feel that way, but then you know you're good by yourself and you know you love yourself. And I think that that's a lot of people feel that, they just don't know how to verbalize it, and Selena was able to put that into a song.
I feel like there's great power in wanting someone, but knowing that you don't need anybody but yourself. There's power in that.
Exactly. And honestly, that kind of shows this whole new era that Selena's in my opinion. I want to shout out Yeah, I want to shout out Travis. Hello, my beautiful people. I love Selena's 3 new songs, but Souvenir is hands down the superior lyrically and melodically. And can't we all just get along, Beliebers and Selenators? Love ya. Literally.
Travis, now you done spoke the truth. That's the truth right there. That last line. And can't we all just get along, Beliebers and Selenators? Love y'all. Because Beliebers drag Selena, and Selenators, some of y'all spend a lot of time trying to get us to talk about mess on here. So I wish everyone would go to their corners and just enjoy the music like me and Maddison do.
No, for sure. I do have a question for you that brings me to ask you. Do you believe that there will ever be a time where Beliebers and Selenators do get along?
Yeah, I think when Selena and Justin both have their children, or when Justin gets divorced and Selena has a baby. I think that that's when they'll leave it alone. There has to come a point, Maddison, where it's almost like too ridiculous to fight. Like right now, it's still like, well, Justin's married. We're like almost there. It's like Justin's married, but look at this and look at this and look at this and look at this. Once one of them has a kid, it'll be like, stop. There are kids involved, maybe. There are kids involved. Leave it. He or she is a parent now. Like, you know what I mean? I think that that's what it will take, unfortunately.
No, I completely agree. And the only reason I think you're really hitting the nail on the head, other than, of course, I agree with you, but when we compare Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt to Justin and Selena a lot, okay? Jennifer Aniston, yes, she remarried, but now she's divorced, and she's never had a child. Brad obviously became the stepfather to Angelina's children, and he did have children with Angelina Jolie. But I feel like it is a lot more dependent on Selena Gomez, I guess, moving on and having kids with somebody else, because you're exactly right. People still compare Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, still hold them together. We had that moment at the Golden Globes that we all held on to. And, I mean, Jennifer Aniston has yet to have a child. So you might be right about that. It's like, people still think, well, you know, her and Brad could still start fresh. And it's like,
it's like, y'all, at what point do y'all let the fantasy go? Because I feel like it was like fun when we were like younger, and it was like, oh my god, Justin and Selena. I literally, Maddison, pulled a clip and put it on my Instagram of me talking about Justin and Selena from like 2000, like 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. It was way back then, and it literally, what the narrative is still like, oh my god, Justin Bieber. Like me in my bedroom going, I can't believe Jelena is over. Like, you know what I mean? And like, here I am, an adult, still talking about it. So who knows, Maddison? It's crazy.
I completely agree. Even when I looked, like, if you've been a follower of Hollyscoop for a long time, then you know that I was a Jelena shipper. Like, I was hardcore Team Jelena. When Justin and Selena got back together this last time around, I was like, Mandy Tiffy, stay in your corner. Let your daughter do what she needs to do. She is a grown woman. Like, I was, like, so hardcore Jelena. And when Justin and Haley first got together, I was like, what is happening? This is disrespectful. There's still hope. But literally, I have changed so much, and that's what I'm always saying. Like, we've got to mature, Jelena shippers. We've got to grow up. Justin is married, and Selena has literally told us through multiple songs she doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't. She dodged the bullet. So I feel like when our fave says, I'm good, we've got to be like, okay, we're done.
On both ends, because Selena said, I don't want him. And Justin said, that's fine. I love my wife. Like, you know what I like? That's how I feel like that's the unheard conversation that I think a lot of the younger fans are missing. It's like Selena said, I dodged a bullet. And they're like, see, she's being mean to Justin. And Justin's like, it's all right. I put a ring on someone else. We good over here. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like they're both like agreeing with each other, but the fans aren't agreeing. And it's like, y'all don't listen to your parents or what?
Exactly. We have Miss Jackie saying, she boyfriend souvenir, the queen is here and she's here to stay. I don't care what people say. She's dropping hits. Absolutely. And as you guys said, she is releasing a music video for Boyfriend tomorrow, so we will absolutely be on the lookout for that. I'm sure it's going to be amazing per usual.
I need it.
It looks like it might premiere during the morning tea, which would be very on brand. Selena Gomez always knows when to let things go, and it's always during the morning tea, but that's fine. We'll watch it. We'll have a good time. But you guys, that is all the time we actually have for today. Sadly, I know it went by so fast. Anytime we have good Selena tea, I feel like the morning tea always goes by really fast.
And we hit 1.1K today, so thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much, and also thank you to our moderators, Wesley and Karina.
Yes, shout out to Wesley and Karina. Make sure you guys show them lots of love in that chat. Also, shout out to Nelsie. Selena is a strong queen, always making beautiful music. Her 3 songs are amazing. Hands down, Souvenir is definitely about Abel.
Y'all think?
I don't know.
Souvenir was my favorite 3.
I don't know. I feel like Selena is so far removed from her relationship with The Weeknd. I feel like that was like a 10-month blip that, yes, it was important for her at the time, but I feel like it's not something she holds on to. You know what I mean? Like, It didn't, I don't know. I feel like it didn't impact her in the same way.
I feel like the public holds on to it more than the actual people involved.
Yeah, do. I feel like they both kind of were like, oh, remember when we dated for 10 months and said I love you at the Met Gala? That was weird. And then they both have just moved on. But that's just my opinion of them. But you guys, make sure to tune in tomorrow for Shambong Friday. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Best day ever. Best day of the week. You guys, make sure you're also following us on social media. We got Instagram. We got TikTok. We got Twitter. We got YouTube. We got all of those good things. So please make sure you are looking out and following us as well. And then you guys will be back tomorrow. Oh, don't forget, Hit It Leo. Oh my God,
girl! There'll be no show without Hit It Leo.
Literally, I can't hit it either. I deserve to pull my own feathers off on that one. Shout out to Hit It Leo. He is the one who makes this whole thing possible. In addition to making this possible, he also keeps Courtney and I sane. You guys don't know that. He really does.
It's essential.
He is essential. He really is essential. So shout out to Hit It Leo. Show him lots of love. And Shambong Dave as well, you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for Shambong Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye. Now wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands and make them clean. Just wash your hands. You know what I mean. You better pump that soap and then you pump some more and then you wash. Just wash your hands. It's into man.